talk to you about something that none of my guitars really spoke to. About poverty tonight. I'm going to use some religious references, and I hope you don't mind. I'm not pushing my religion on you. But I'm using it as an opportunity to speak through the past. Poverty. Everybody's got their own ideas about poverty. Liberal people think that they can. Well, I don't know what people think. You know, I started out that way. I used to think I knew what other people think. I have heard some people say that we should be able to improve everyone's standard through some means. Sometimes work, and sometimes gifts, and sometimes disabilities. I live on a disability. I think most of my friends out there know that. But I'm not poor by any stretch of the imagination. I have never been poor. I've been broke. I've been out of money. I've been stretched pretty hard between paychecks, but that's not the same as being poor. I always knew that I'd been otherwise before, and I always believed that I would be otherwise again. So I wasn't poor, I was just broke. And I'm not real rich now. I've got a veteran's disability, and they pay you enough to live on. But we don't live a high life, you know. I mean, it's all right. It's good. It's the best I've ever had it, probably. It took a long time. I had to get shot pretty bad and work a long time pretty hard to wind up getting this way. But, Jesus said the poor are always with you. And if you believe that the context is true, the context was some do-gooder was telling him that perfectly good money was being wasted on his big feet when someone could have given it to the poor. You know, the poor are always with you. But if you are an enlightened society, you know that they are also your responsibility. I don't know why they're here, but they've always been here. And I go out, I got chickens. And I go out in my chicken house, you know. And you've probably heard of the pecking order. And depending on where you live and your experiences in life, you may or may not have ever seen one in operation. But it's true, I've raised chickens before, I'm raising them again. I'm very fond of chickens. Chickens have a pecking order. They all come in here the same day, they're the same age, they're 1 day old, 3 days old, whatever. We got them in town at the feed store because we live near a country town. And by the day they by the next day, when the sun comes up, somebody knows she's boss. And somebody else knows he ain't. Or she, in this case. Theoretically, actually we got 4 roosters, but that's not what we got. And it goes on like that forever. Now my hens are, I don't know, pushing a year, but not there yet. They'll be a year old come spring. And when I let them out of the chicken house, 5 of them go that way, 1 of them goes that way. And when they come back at night, they're going to get in the chicken house. The last one waits until it's pretty darn dark. Because she knows if she goes in there too early, somebody will pick on her. Because everyone in that whole flock has a right to. And I don't know why. But I do know this. In the chicken house, I'm the government. I can't make the poverty go away. But it is my responsibility to see that every hen eats and drinks water and has a place to sleep at night where she's safe from the raccoons. And if I don't do that, I have failed. And I have failed. I've lost chickens. I've lost a lot of chickens over the years. It's a sad thing. The poor are always with you. They have it hard. Being poor ain't fun. I almost kind of halfway sort of knew some a few times. And mostly they're just people, you know? Which means some of them are pretty good folks, and some of them are real jerks, and some of them are worthless on purpose, and some of them aren't very smart. Some of them just not wired like everybody else. I mean, we're not all wired the same. You know, I'm wired different than most of the people on YouTube, because I do weird shit. I play hard and tell stories. I'm fortunate. Many people are fortunate. Not very many people are the top chicken who can peck on everybody in the whole chicken house. But by the simple numeric reality of everything, most everybody's in between her and the one on the bottom. I don't know whether to stop or go on. I'm going to go on. I hope you have patience with me tonight. The poor are always with you, but not always in the same numbers. And as we look back at history, we look at Charles Dickens's England, Victorian years. We look at much of the history of the world. We look at third world countries. And we tend to think that there was something wrong with those societies because they had so much poverty. Oliver Twist, you know, and Fagin and the Artful Dodger and all those kids on the streets. Been in any big American cities lately? They're out there. You know, I grew up in a relatively big American city. I was born in 1947. I was out there on the streets of Kansas City. And when I was a kid, when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, it was safe to be out there. So your parents let you go. So I mean, I was all over this city. I'm telling you. First time I ever saw a grown person eat out of a trash can in broad daylight in Kansas City in my whole life was 1981. Through downtowns today, there's not a major city where you can go through a downtown and not witness that.